You spent weeks on this project. Late nights, unsolved problems, total focus. And then, in a single meeting, someone else takes the credit. Your pulse quickens. Your vision narrows. There was a sudden, overwhelming urge to interrupt, to expose the lie, and to demand the recognition you earned. Most of us are conditioned to view this as the only path to victory. We are taught that winning requires a direct confrontation, speaking louder and hitting back harder to prove our strength. But consider the possibility that a loud, public argument is exactly what your opponent wants. By reacting, you might be stepping directly into a trap. When we follow that initial reflex to fight, we often lose sight of the scoreboard. We become so focused on the person in front of us that we forget the game we were actually trying to win. Imagine two shop owners side by side. Every time one drops their price, the other drops theirs further. They play the competitive game perfectly, yet end up at zero profit. They won the battle for the customer, but destroyed the business in the process. This is the exact trap Niccolo Machiavelli warned against. He observed that the most influential figures in history didn't rely on constant combat. They secured their positions before the first blow was even struck. To Machiavelli, a battle avoided is a resource saved. Choosing not to engage in an expensive, draining conflict allows you to keep your capital while your rivals exhaust theirs. Influence is built through positioning, not just collision. If a confrontation costs more than the potential reward, the only strategic move is to decline the fight. Your brain treats a threat to your reputation with the same urgency as a physical strike. When you're criticized, the pressure rises, and your biology demands a defense. But every emotional reaction has a price. When someone provokes you into a mistake or a distraction, they have effectively taken the wheel of your decision-making. View your focus as a finite resource, 100 units of energy. Person A spends theirs reacting to slights and arguing online. By sunset, they have nothing left. Person B ignores drama, investing every unit into upward progress. While others fight, Person B climbs. If you allow an opponent to dictate your mood, you have given them the power to stall your progress. This same logic of energy preservation governs wealth. Every hour spent in a direct, high-friction struggle for a single dollar is an hour not spent building something that scales. Strategic success relies on leverage. Instead of fighting for wins, you build systems, assets that branch out and generate value whether you're actively fighting or not. Moving from the linear grind changes the game. You're building a machine operating on a different scale. Look at how water interacts with an obstacle. It doesn't use force to push the boulder out of the way. It flows around it, finding the path of least resistance. Over time, that lack of direct conflict is exactly what carves through stone. Wealth and influence grow when you stop trying to punch through every barrier and start directing your energy into games with built-in leverage. Choosing to step aside during a provocation requires more discipline than jumping into the fray. It is a highly intentional act of conservation. In Machiavelli's world, a frantic reaction signals a lack of control. Conversely, a calm, unbothered presence suggests you have already secured your position. When everyone else is reacting to the immediate chaos, the person who remains composed is the one people look to for direction. Silence can be a more powerful signal of strength than any argument. By responding with intention rather than emotion, you protect your focus. That focus is the only tool capable of producing long-term results. The most effective person in any room isn't the one who can win every fight, but the one who has the self-possession to decide which fights are worth their time. Does winning mean standing over a defeated rival, or does it mean building the specific life you want? Often, you cannot have both. Consider two neighbors. One spends years in a status race, buying a faster car to outdo the other. The second neighbor ignores the race entirely, quietly investing until they are no longer dependent on a paycheck. Status, ego, and the need for approval are games where the rules are designed to ensure your exhaustion. The moment you stop seeking to win those games, you gain a massive advantage. The next time someone tries to provoke you or your pride demands a response, ask yourself, does this move me toward my actual goal? The ultimate Machiavellian victory is the one that requires no combat at all. It is the act of walking away to play a game where the opposition is irrelevant.